Hi, I'm Blair Gilbert, here from MrHardware.com and Gilbert's Pro Hardware in St. Clair Shores, Michigan, here to show you the best pipe burial method you've ever seen. I'm going to show you how to make a trench and how to make it disappear after you're done. And in 1 week, you or your neighbors won't even know where you did this. This sprinkler head is too close to my house. I would like to move it 6 or 7 feet away. I get the soil kind of being soupy. I'm going to move the sprinkler head from here to the end of that rake. The secret is you need a straight edge. So what I do is I come along and I simply use the rake or any straight edge to cut the grass on one side of the trench. And I have to make another cut the width of whatever shovel I'm going to use. I've taken and done a drain tile recently. I used this shovel and I made my trench the width of my regular round point shovel. Both sides of my trench have been edged. I will now take my trenching shovel right next to my sprinkler head. I don't cut the line. Now you see the sprinkler head. Now I only need to go as deep as I want to bury the line. In this case, not very deep. I take about a 1-inch cut each time. And you can see, thanks to my edging, I'm going to get a nice, perfect trench. And I'm going to take out just 1-inch slices of dirt, which make for easy digging, and you will see easy replacement. So you see how the wedges come out? So the beauty of this is, after I lay my line in here, I throw the excess dirt back on top of the line. I can take my wedges and I can put them back into the ground. They're going to be a little higher because of the line that's in there. We'll get it wet, we'll stamp it down. You won't even know that I made this. I use the edging tool for when I have to dig up the head the same way. After I pull the head up, splice in the line, these pieces will go back into place perfectly. A little water, you won't even be able to know that we did this job. I try to place my pieces next to where I took them out from. Whenever I'm digging in the yard, I either get a tarp, piece of plywood, or a bucket to put my dirt in so I don't lose it in the lawn as I dig up to expose this head. If I had just thrown the dirt on the lawn, for some reason 60% of it will disappear. Doing sprinkler work, I always remove more soil than you think to help prevent my line from filling with dirt as I'm working on it. There, you can see where our line comes from. We're going to splice onto that. We're going to move the head and we'll put it all back together. I found that when filling in trenches or plumbing or anything I've done in the ground, to always tamp my hole every 2 to 4 inches of fill. That way at a later date I don't have a sinkhole because I left too much void in the ground. So here it pays to be barefoot, because you can get that good all-around stomping going on. And now the head. If we put in too much dirt at once, it won't be compacted underneath the head, and it will then settle on me. I compact the earth all around it, underneath it, so that this baby can't move. That way, when I pack the sodding around it, it will be right there, right even with the grass, just as I intend. Here are all those sections of sod I so carefully removed earlier. I tried to place them the same way I took them out. Doesn't have to be perfect, because you'll see what magic I can perform later with the garden hose. As I place these pieces, I keep them as tight as possible. I try to save the dirt off the bottom of my section. When it breaks off, I have to put the dirt in the hole first. The trench dug, filled in, planted, and now I'm going to hose them in. I get them wet on both sides. I get the soil kind of being soupy, and then bare feet, I can feel the high and low spots, and I'll get this all stamped. You won't even know I was here. Here's something I did a week ago. Here's a head that I moved. Barely see the lines where I cut the sod, and I went right down the edge of the seawall, and I shoved all those wedges back into place. And now it's hard like a rock. Great easy trick, especially when you're not burying a line real deep and you don't need the use of a trencher. Yard maintenance, burying pipes, concealing the damage, quick tips from MrHardware.com.